Hello, this is the Life of a Diplomat and I am Ainuri Mingali. Today we are joined by a distinguished guest who believes that effective diplomacy begins with a deep cultural understanding of diversity. His priority is to elevate bilateral cooperation to new heights and to promote his own country's rich historical and cultural heritage abroad. Our guest today is the ambassador of Uzbekistan to Kazakhstan, Bakhtiyor Ibragimov. So let's get started.
Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan, we are not a competitors, we are partners. Today, we have Central Asia as a single platform, which is acting internationally.
Let us talk about priorities, key priorities in the economic dialogue.
Just at the end of 2025, we recorded 2,600,000 Kazakhs visited Uzbekistan.
What led you to diplomacy?
Today, the history of Central Asia is being formed here. Finally, was able to bring the dream of my dad into the reality. Good morning, Ainura. Welcome to Uzbek House in Astana Kalasi.
Thank you. Welcome to the Life of a Diplomat program.
Thank you very much. Very pleased to host you this morning.
Dear ambassadors, thank you very much for being with us today. Let us begin. Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan are close neighbors and I would say time-tested partners. So we have observed a number of high-level meetings between the leaders of our countries. And my question here is, what do you think is the importance of such a regular high-level political meetings, and more importantly, what concrete results these meetings produce for cooperation between Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan?
Today, we have Central Asia as a single platform, which is acting internationally. And I would be frank with you, there is a queue from foreign partners to have a platform. But the idea of our leaders not to have meetings for the sake of numbers. We would like to have meetings with concrete results. Another big challenge for all Central Asia countries is definitely water. Unfortunately, the climate change, all we are observing and all international experts saying us that in 20-30 years might be a big crisis and might be water as a reason for any wars. And definitely Central Asia region, one of the regions which is most affected. And the water issue was a big issue for us between 2016. Today these issues resolved. I think this is the best examples how the situation in the region changed since 2016, and of course coming back to the original question about how these bilateral high official meetings between two leaders would impact or implicate. Definitely Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan, we are the biggest two countries in the region, biggest economies.
Let us talk about priorities, key priorities in the economic dialogue between two countries on bilateral track. What are the main priorities for you? How do you see them in years to come?
Yes, of course. Again, first main indicator for any bilateral relations is trade. And compare with 2016. In 2015, 2016, the trade between Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan was close to $3 billion. Just at the end of 2025, we recorded $5 billion. 4.95, but almost $5 billion. And now two leaders set up the target to reach 10 billion or increase, double the trade between two countries. And there is certain time frame by 2030, 4 years from now. So it's a very ambitious goal, but the question is it doable? And the answer is yes. Because first of all, there is political will, we already discussed, and instructions from the leaders to the governments. And to governments, we are pretty sure that we have all resources to reach it. This is the first. Secondly, definitely investment and industrial cooperation, which is very important.
Great. Transport and logistics are also becoming increasingly important topics nowadays when we see lots of disruptions in traditional trade routes. How can Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan work together even closer to address these challenges and to enable regional connectivity and enable trade routes, diversify them?
I think very hot topic these days. So for us, again, developing transport corridors today is utmost important because without this, we cannot guarantee that sustainable growth of our economy. And the same for Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan is a very big country located in the middle of the Eurasian region. But logistics is also utmost important. Definitely, all of us know about this middle corridor flagship project of Kazakhstan. That Uzbekistan fully support this project, and definitely we go shoulder by shoulder with our Kazakh brothers in this project, because this is a real project which is it's already connecting east with west. I mean, from Chinese ports through the Turkish ports on the other side of Eurasia, but now all issues, all efforts are being put on increased capacities, and Kazakhstan's partners is doing very great job in these directions. And again, as I already mentioned, we support them, and also we're using this corridor.
Yes, for sure. And mentioning this regional integration and increased regional dialogue, how does it help to shape foreign policy and, interaction of Central Asia with its, international partners, with global partners, especially nowadays when we see, again, very challenging geopolitical situation in almost in all parts of the world. So how does it shape the dialogue with the international partners? Are we standing as a region, or are we standing, all by ourselves? What is your vision? What is your perspective on that?
I think already mentioned this, so just wanted to give another example which I think would prove how important or how the role of Central Asia as a single political power, let's put it this way, changed on international arena. In fall 2025, the President Trump hosted the whole presidents of Central Asia in White House.
Oh yeah, by the way, yeah.
We this year would be celebrating 35th years of independence. I mean, all countries of the region. And if we take a look in 35 history, have you remember ever event like this?
Yeah, no.
All five presidents were hosted in the White House in one time, in one table. I think this is the best example and this best confirmation how the political power, political influence of Central Asia changed on the international arena.
Yeah.
The same I can again keep going. In April 2025, last year, we had big gatherings in Samarkand, Central Asia European Union, when all the leaders of European Union, Chairman Costa, Commissioner Ulrusa von der Leyen, all of them participated. They came to Samarkand, and all five Central Asia leaders also had the same format of the meeting. Here I wanted to show you this paints, being by Uzbek young artists, and to showing the daily life of Uzbek countrysides.
Yeah, very beautiful.
So this is our modern art center, our gallery. See, this is during the fall time when the watermelon being already ready and they are collecting.
I think it's warming up your heart
Yes.
every time you are passing this corridor.
Here, this is Navoy Khana, where the traditional famous Uzbek bread being cooked. And before we would enter to Uzbek tea house, this is just giving us, let's say, first impression to our next location where I wanted to invite you. This is
old traditions and came from very old times, from even Great Silk Road time when the caravans were passing through Uzbekistan. A lot of tea house, or we call them chaykhana.
Yes.
Chaykhanas, people stopped there just to have a rest during especially summertime. Thank you. Summertime, just to have a couple of tea. We call this cup piala.
Yes.
Definitely piala. Please help us on Amsender. And definitely Uzbek hospitality traditions also taking into consideration. So this is Uzbek tea house. And we bring this piece of Uzbek culture and traditions from Uzbekistan on our brotherly Kazakh land. And
it's a brilliant representation of Uzbek culture, and thank you very much for inviting and hosting it for us. And talking about cooperation and cultural understanding of two of our nations, we have, shared history, as you mentioned, centuries and thousands of years of history. So how, in today's context, how this cooperation is evolving, and how maybe what are the current initiatives that bring our people even closer when we talk about culture, when we talk about history, traditions, and education as well?
Well, very interesting question, and I wanted to start with the point that there is a common understanding, finally, I would say this, that Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan, we are not competitors. We are brothers, and we are close partners, because you already rightly mentioned that both countries, we are sharing 1,000 years of single traditions, single religions, single cultures. So therefore, and we already discussed this a little bit earlier, that on the well-being of our countries depends the stability for the whole region. From that point of view, definitely culture plays a very important role, because people-to-people dialogue, cultural interactions, helping us to understand even better, and helping us to resolve all questions or all, I would say, issues which is sometimes arise on official levels, but people helping us to make it clear. So from that point of view, the cooperation between our two countries is developing definitely very intense, because around 600,000 of Uzbeks residing in Kazakhstan, and close to 800,000 Kazakhs residing in Uzbekistan. Definitely, they are very well connected, and they have relatives.
Living bridges,
Of course, we already mentioned this. Yeah, you're absolutely correct. So this helping us to keep people-to-people intercultural dialogue going in very active phase. In terms of education, around 5,000 Uzbek students are currently educating in Kazakhstan universities, and the dual diploma program is also very actively working, which allows students from both countries to have diploma with dual education. So half of terms they are educating in Uzbekistan, and half of the terms they are educating in Kazakhstan. And then at the end they're getting a single diploma. So all of this helping us to, we already discussed this, mentioned, bring and build people-to-people dialogue, and make all our nations happy.
What about tourism? Because I know Uzbekistan is promoting its touristic potential very much the same as Kazakhstan. But what about, consolidating the efforts in, promoting Central Asian routes, Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan routes as well? Is it on the table of discussions as well?
Tourism is one of the industry which is definitely has its big contribution to the national economies, and plus also helping to develop people-to-people dialogue. So from that point of view, both countries, both governments pay great attention to development of tourism. Just I'll give you figures that by the result of 2025, 2,600,000 Kazakhs visited Uzbekistan, and Kazakhstan today is the second biggest supplier of tourists to Uzbekistan.
I didn't know about that, but it's very pleasant to hear.
Following Kyrgyzstan, but again, we are in the one region, and we already mentioned that people has relatives connections. This is definitely play a role. There is nothing too secret, and close to 3.5 million Uzbeks visiting Kazakhstan last year, which is again showing that big contribution to the economies and plus people-to-people dialogue. Uzbekistan has definitely world-known pearls like Samarkand, like Bukhara, like Khiva, and definitely I have to mention that Ahmad Hoji Yasavi mosque and complex in Turkestan, because for pilgrim tourists, this four holy place is utmost important.
Now let's talk a little bit about your professional path, about what led you to diplomacy. So what was something that motivated you to be a diplomat in the first place?
I think first point, everything came from our parents. And my dad, which he passed away already 15 years ago, he wanted me to be a diplomat. But there is one point that time it was another country, and people from Central Asian republics, the best they were able to be, it was interpreters.
Oh, I see.
Especially for Eastern countries or Arabic countries, so that conditions created for me the background why I firstly joined this Oriental Study Institute in Tashkent, and I was my first topic was the interpreter of Arabic languages. So then this history changed, and I created many opportunities, which is also finally was able to bring the dream of my dad into the realities.
That's very interesting. We also know that you served in many places, including the United States, including United Arab Emirates. So how that experience has shaped your current worldview, and what are the most important lessons you've taken from those positions?
And there is very important understanding or formula in international, not only diplomacy, but relations, called cross-cultural differences. Because the West is West, East is East, and both worlds or both societies have its own features. For example, when you're coming to the East, or countries like Japan, you cannot just take off the plane and going straight to the business and saying, hello, I'm here just to discuss negotiation. If you start like this, your negotiation will fail 100%. But vice versa in the West, where the people counting every second, they prefer
it's
such
on the contrary.
Yes, of course. So therefore, from the very childhood, as I said, traveling all around the world, helping me to get this knowledge, to understand this difference and cross-cultural differences I already mentioned. So this is helping me. And then in States, it was West, Arab Emirates, it is East. And currently I am in Kazakhstan, but this is, I think your followers would be interested why. And point here, we already discussed it through the interview. Today, the history of Central Asia is being formed here. So when I was offered this position, I took this as a proud, because I've been in the West, I've been in East, but now I understand that history and current developments being formed here today. And being a part of this process is very challenging, very responsible, and I'm proud.
Yeah, and finally, what message would you like to share with the Kazakhstani public for the future of Uzbek-Kazakh friendship?
The message I wanna to say, and very clear, that today Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan, we are not competitors, we are partners. We already discussed this today many times, but I wanna, in conclusion, to again point out it again. We are partners, and today we are making together the history, and we have to work shoulder to shoulder to bring a better life to our people and to bring stability, and very important in today's turbulences world, to keep our sky blue and peace in our lands. This is very important.
Yes, thank you so much, the Ambassador, for your time and for your answers. Thank you.